Second episode ever.
Yeah.
This is the first one. The first one? First one real.
First one in
Real
This
first
one
one.
will exist after it happens. It is no longer
Nothing
a check
happened
run.
in
This is official.
1989. The last one didn't exist.
Yeah. My name's Brandon.
I'm Chris.
Vito.
I'm a special
Who's
guest,
the other guy?
Adrian.
Adrian's out there somewhere.
He's ass.
This is Spintel. This is your favorite post race show on the internet that doesn't happen post race. It's like post race because we took forever. That's okay, you know.
Yeah,
We let it marinate for a little
bit of
bit.
time.
Denny Hamlin getting the win.
Yeah. So tonight we had first race of the round of 12 at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Denny Hamlin walking away with the W, opening the round the same way he did back at Darlington. What y'all think about the race today?
I was
It was awesome.
It was a good race, solid race. You know what you expected in NASCAR week out. I was surprised to see Denny win. I was expecting Larson or Busch to walk home with it. Kyle Busch, but great to see
Byron
Denny
had
get
a really
one.
fast car today, but he, unfortunately cut a tire. But he was fast today. All four Hendricks were honestly fast. Obviously, they were 1, 2, 3, 4 for a few laps in that race.
Yeah, they tried something on that pit strategy, it just didn't work out. Except for Elliott. Elliott was the only guy that really got out there good after that. They tried that weird pit strategy, pitting before the stage caution, and not stage 2. That killed Larson's race. He was up front all the way, and fell back to 10th, couldn't come back any further.
Very Richmond-esque, I think, with this one. Another just pure, good old driving around in circle kind of day. Nothing wrong with that. You know, we saw, it was cool. I mean, it sucks for the Hendrick guys because they did, that pit strategy fell apart. But it was cool to see differing strategy, over the long runs. We don't really see that much today, especially with, the stage breaks and everything. It's weird.
Also,
I see it's few and far between now where we see races kind of play out like that when you have, teams that are running well take a gamble to try to make it, secure the win. Whereas, you see, or, like in Kurt Busch's case, for example, somebody that was running in the middle somewhere around there, upper mid, take a little bit of a gamble and not pitting and stuff like that, and then they came around and finished in the top 10. So almost got a top 5 out of it. So, it's good to see a good old pure strategy race here and there. I mean, it can be boring, don't get me wrong, but when you look back on it, it's good to see a good race.
If you're nerds like us,
you can think of this race I look at it like, say, it was mediocre, nothing exciting. But we did have a really good finish, I'd say, between the 9 and the 11, because the 9 did run down Hamlin, but,
You're just too far.
Wasn't enough.
Denny just had too much track position on him, that was it.
And, I mean, you can probably accredit that, too, the 9 came around, but also the 11 could have just backed down and, don't drive the wheels off of it when you can just lay back and you can let him get to you, but then just drive away again. So,
really reminds me of that tragedy.
Which one?
9/11.
No.
Oh.
Yeah.
Tragedy.
Monetization? Demonetized? We're going to get thrown off the air.
Obviously, speaking of the 9, today started with...
I know you really want to talk about this, so go ahead and here's your
we had...
Take your little corner
I wasn't
the
really
over there, all to yourself, and talk about your little WWE drama you got going on over here. Give us a thorough explanation.
Obviously, I was not sure what today was going to look like with the Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott beef, but today started out with Kevin Harvick likening Chase Elliott to his 9-year-old son, Keelan Harvick. We had beef to start out the day. Didn't really translate over to the race that much, but still made for some interesting talking points, I guess.
I saw them side by side today in stage 2, and I kind of was like, huh, look, and then nothing came of it, so it was whatever.
Yeah, I didn't expect anything to come of it.
No,
though. They're going to race each other
like Las Vegas, you know what I mean? And it's the start of the round. It's clean slate. Moving on.
Yeah, if anything happens, it's not going to happen yet. I wouldn't say. Maybe not.
If anything does happen, it'll be because Harvick's below the cut line and he needs to get past Elliott to get the next round.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That's the only reason I would see something happen in between the two of those.
Yeah, something.
Because we've seen Harvick.
I mean, we've seen Harvick desperate at Talladega.
We've seen Harvick desperate a lot, like last year, Martinsville.
Martinsville.
He needed one spot. Tried to wreck Kyle Busch.
Hey, Kyle Busch, that was clean though. Nobody talks about the fact that Kyle Busch did a
It was
clean
clean. He
360
made a
and still
perfect
finished
360.
like, going
Finished.
straight. Like how did that
It's
even happen?
awesome.
But that's the playoffs.
That's just
Speaking of
the way it goes.
the playoff day, all the playoff guys, I don't think anybody ran lower than like 15th.
Nah,
to
there were a
finish,
couple
except
guys.
for Christopher Bell, who was
Bell,
he got
Bowman, and
behind the
Byron.
curve early, and I don't think he ever recovered.
Bowman and Byron had some tough breaks because Byron blew a left rear, I'm pretty sure.
I remember Byron
And
had
Bowman had a punctured tire.
Byron had the issue. What happened to Bowman? I don't even remember.
Bowman had a puncture after the stop and had to come back in.
I thought that happened to Byron. Or no, Byron just had a flat tire.
No, Byron just blew a tire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, tire issues.
Yeah, tire issues for Hendrick.
Hey, that's that long green flag run though with the
Yeah, stage
Stage
3
three.
went green the whole way through.
Yeah.
That was
What else
pretty
was going
nuts.
on?
I don't think anyone saw that
It
coming.
was just kind of laid back. It went by. I mean, today's race felt like it went by really fast.
Especially
Yeah.
compared to
And
what we saw from the first two races. Those were really long.
Well, yeah, the Xfinity race and the truck race, those both had a lot of cautions and stuff going on. Today was pretty caution-free. There's only about that one.
Yeah, there was
For Joey
one
Gase that
wreck
came out.
today, and that was. I mean, it was a hell of a crash. I mean, how that Joey Gase, he climbed the fence in turn 2 in like the beginning of this race, and like nobody even like batted an eye. Well, that was in stage 2, right?
I think it was stage 2.
Unfortunately,
I mean, poor like homeboy's just driving around, just minding his own, making laps, and then the damn left rear wheel comes off the car in turn 2, and he spins up the track, backs it in with the left rear missing, and climbed up the wall and hit the fence just about. Like that was a hell of a crash. Like for one
Yeah, it was
little accident
bad.
you're gonna have during the
Unfortunately,
day
not
with a
very
back
many-
marker car, like climbing up into the air, like what? By himself? So,
Unfortunately, not many good angles of it though. A lot of them were affected by the.
it was a weird
didn't
spot,
really get a
and
good
it was,
view.
and they weren't, following that.
It was a
little
weird
back
spot,
group.
and no one would think to watch Joey Gase.
Yeah, that little back group
exactly.
just riding around, just minding their own business. But then lo and behold, homeboy's flying through the air off turn 2 by himself. Like how did that even happen?
We have an
Even the
update because I know we went to the
restarts,
hospital.
Yeah, I mean, I would assume probably something to do with they want to check him for concussion stuff, which is
probably.
than what they have access
Fair
to
game.
at the track. Because I mean, he hit that wall hard.
Yeah, he pounded the wall.
People
It was
are,
bad.
hard, but then he didn't even hit that wall hard because then he slid down the track and since he couldn't slow down and he backed into the inside wall. So he was just taking hits to the back of the car like crazy in that wreck. Poor guy.
Mm-hmm.
Sucks for the team, but shit happens.
They're used
we
to
ever
it.
find out what was up with the fucking aluminum tape on Blaney's car?
I don't know.
If they
just
did, it
gotta
wasn't a
put that on
big enough
Blaney's
talking
card.
point to remember.
Went out there. That was
I
weird.
don't know, it was weird. It was weird. I like.
I mean, yeah, they threw
I
that
don't know what was
sheet
up
of
with
tape
that.
up on there, like, plop. That was it.
Yeah, they
He
sent
was
him back
gone.
out there. Nothing happened. I don't even think they said why they did that. Kind of did.
So, what are the playoffs looking like now? Did you remember? I don't remember what the bracket looked like. Who's sitting on the outside right now? I think it's Byron.
The cut line right now is Byron, Bowman, Bell, and Harvick.
Yeah. And Harvick is like 6 out.
Harvick is like 6 or 7 out.
Harvick
And,
is. I have it pulled up. Is Harvick's 7 out? Yeah, Harvick
Byron's
is 7 out.
4, right?
Byron's 4 out. Bowman's 13 out, and Bell's 25 out.
Okay.
Yeah, so Bell's basically already in a must-win at this point.
Well, if you need a must-win, Talladega.
I think he's got a
Talladega,
shot
yeah,
at the
but-
Roval.
I don't know.
Well,
The
the thing with the
Toyotas haven't
Roval-
shown much.
Talladega is just going to be plain and simple. Talladega is going to be a shit show, or as like Chris, you've coined it, the inevitable travesty. So, like you say, the inevitable travesty that is to come next weekend at Talladega is welcome.
You can't
because we
bank
love
on a
watching
win
this.
there.
However, you can't go in there being like, I'm going to have a good day today, because you might not. 99% of the time, you're going to be involved
probably
in
aren't.
something. It's just a matter
Bill?
of how bad was that something, and how far how far into the race will you make it with a clean car, so that you can assure yourself. Because if your car's still rolling in the last 10 laps, you're gonna get a top
good.
15, I think. That's usually how these
Weird
go.
thing. Weird thing about Talladega is that usually when you're looking at playoffs, you could get a guess of who's safe for the next round. With Talladega coming, you can't make that prediction.
At all.
Like
no.
as far as Kyle Larson wrecks fucking lap 1.
That look at what happened earlier.
It happened this year.
It wasn't
this
really
year
a
at
wreck,
Talladega
but
this year. They
he
left
had
the. They didn't crash. They left the cover
on the grill.
on the.
So he went out,
cow or
did one
whatever.
lap, and blew
So
up.
he ran one lap and blew the motor up.
Yeah.
And so it's like
You have no
Does it
idea
for
what's going to
Larson.
happen at Talladega. You
Yeah, I
can't
mean,
really say
literally,
anyone's
you could see a DNF
safe.
from any of the. And now that we've taken the field and knocked it down to 12, we could see. Yeah, you could have. Chase Elliott ran second tonight. He didn't win, right? The only person in the field right now that's chilling going into Dega is Denny Hamlin.
Which is great
and
for Denny Hamlin. Like, you never want
Talladega or
to go into
Daytona.
Dega.
He's probably going to win too, just for the hell of it.
I mean, yeah, he has a good shot at it. It's Denny Hamlin, one of the best
And he's
players
got
out
nothing
there
to
right
lose.
now.
He's already locked in
Yeah,
the
you
next
got
round.
you're gonna have your usual plate suspects that are like probably be up at front next week.
This is gonna be the
like-
Penske boys there because they've been up there all year.
Blaney's won at
at the
Dega like the
Speedway tracks.
last 2 years or whatever. Keselowski won there this year. Logano's won there how many times? You know what I mean? It's like, what's the stat? Team Penske's won a race there every single year since like 2013 or something.
I'm pretty
They've
sure.
won at least
And
one of the
Penske
Talladega
so
races.
far,
I'm pretty sure. I think that's
at least was
you
in
can look it
position
up,
to win
y'all
all
can go
3 of the
check
Super Speedway
racing
races
reference,
this year.
But I'm pretty sure that is correct. I think they've won a plate
So-
race, one of the two, at least one Talladega Cup race every year since 2013. And that streak
Yeah,
stayed
just
alive
remember,
because
he's gonna
Brad
luck his
Keselowski
way
won the
in.
spring race. So
Just remember that a Ford so far has won every Super Speedway race this year. 2 of them are
4 of them
Penske
in the
cars.
playoffs.
3 of them should have been Penske cars realistically, but then you had that.
Yeah, if you get the end of the 500, it was going to be between Keselowski and Logano. So really, it was almost three plate wins for Penske this year. I think they're going to get one here at Talladega just because of how strong they've been.
You know, I have him
Ryan
losing
Blaney
this
luck
round.
his way
I mean,
in.
I have him getting eliminated this round, but I wouldn't count out Brad Keselowski to just sweep Talladega this year, get both of them.
I could do it for sure. Keselowski's always up there in Dega.
Yeah,
I mean, he has
going there in the
6
spring.
wins there.
He's he's like third. He's tied for second all time.
He's tied for second all time with Gordon and Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah. So.
Never
totally
count out
with you there.
Keselowski.
You can't count out Keselowski for sure. I don't think you can count on it. You can't count on anybody at Talladega. I mean, honestly, it's Talladega.
Yeah. But I think if
You
you
have
were
to
going to
make
look
the
at some
prediction.
guys more than others, I would say to look at the Penske guys because they've been up front consistently with all the Super Speedway races this year.
Do you think we see an
You have to make
outsider
the
win Dega,
predictions
or do you
right
think we see a
now.
playoff guy win Dega? That's my question.
What?
Do you think we see a playoff guy, somebody one of the 12 playoff cars wins Talladega, or do you think it's somebody else?
I think so. I have Logano winning. So I think Joey
You have
Logano wins
Logano
that
winning?
race.
I think
Yeah.
there's a chance, but I would love to see somebody like Bubba Wallace get the win.
Yeah, if the Toyotas work together this time around, Bubba has got a good shot at it. He's a great Super Speedway racer.
Ole Custer.
I mean, hey, even with that illegal track bar mount, Chris Buescher's never out of the question, right?
Talladega.
Little Roush Finley, man, where's Ryan Newman at? Gotta get him to win one more time.
Yeah, let him get one more. That'd be great. One more in a Dega. Has he ever won a Dega? I don't know.
Probably back in like 2003 or something. I don't remember.
Actually, no, I remember. His only plate win ever was the 08 500.
08 500?
Yeah, that was his only plate win ever, so no, he's never won Dega.
Well, he about won it 2 years ago, so
Yeah.
you never know.
Newman.
Hello, Newman.
Never know. I don't know why. I feel like Blaney's gonna win next week. I'm staying with the Penske crew, but I'm going with the 12 crew.
I'd like to see that. I'd really like to see Blaney lock his way in after he, blew it so hard last year in the round of 16.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'd like to see him make it to the round of 8 as a bit of compensation for
When was the
that
last time he went around? Oh no, he went to the round of 8 in 20.
with the Wood brothers. He went there with the Wood brothers.
Oh no, you know
21.
why? Because the Roval used to be in the round of 16.
Yeah.
So yeah, I remember him going to the round of 8 with the Wood brothers, but I couldn't remember if that was the only time he did.
I think it was.
No, because he won Talladega when he was still in the playoffs.
Oh, that is right. He did make that
I
one.
don't know, man. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
That's in the past.
But hey, if Blaney does win Dega, then he doubles his win total in 1 year.
Yeah.
Like Larson already did after winning Bristol last
He's got
week.
3 this
He
year.
doubled his win total. He's at 3 right now. He's before the season he was at 4 all time.
Speaking of Kyle Larson getting the obviously 6 wins with Hendrick Motorsports in his first year, he has already matched what Casey Kane was able to get in his entire tenure with Hendrick Motorsports.
Yeah.
They both get 6.
That's something. I don't know if that says anything about Kyle Larson or if it says something about Casey Kane,
I
but
don't remember
it's a pretty
Casey
cool
Kane.
stat.
I can literally only remember Casey Kane winning 2 races with Hendrick. I can't remember the others. I remember the Atlanta 2014
I think he got a
race.
couple in like 2012,
Yeah, no, yeah, that's when. But I remember
and then he got
him
that.
winning.
Then he got that win at Indy.
I remember him winning in Indy in 2017, and I remember him winning in Atlanta in 2014. That's it. On
But
that.
Bristol.
Yeah,
He win Bristol 2013.
Yeah,
might
that
have.
sounds right. I don't remember. I'm off the top of my head. I didn't remember that until just now.
Yeah, I don't think I can
And
remember all
vaguely
Casey
I think
Kane's
like
wins
in
off the top
like
of
the
my head.
Great Clips car or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I feel like that happened.
I like the Great Clips car. That was pretty cool.
One of my favorite schemes. I just love. Honestly, the 5 always gets good schemes.
I'm glad the 5's back.
Mm-hmm. Nice to see, and it's where it should be, really, with Larson.
What were we talking about anyway? What's this got to do with? Oh, Las Vegas post race show.
Yeah.
Yeah, Las Vegas. As you can
Yeah.
see, this was a
All
real
right.
barn burner, guys. Lots to talk about. No, I'm just giving it a hard
Yep.
time. But
Oh,
Alright.
here's an interesting stat.
Chris
Every
got
stage
stats.
in the
He's pulling
playoffs
out
so
the
far
damn
has been won by
spreadsheet.
either Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson.
Really?
No one else has won a stage but Denny Hamlin or Kyle Larson in the entire playoffs so
I
far.
mean, it makes sense. That sounds like the whole season this year.
Yeah,
Uh,
but Denny really turned it on
Yes.
for the playoffs.
I wonder where they're at on points still, like getting rid of the playoff jargon. Because remember, I mean, they came down to the last race, like for the regular season title.
They
They've
did.
been having a
I mean,
hell of a point
it
spread
was
back
it was a
and forth.
pretty decent gap. It was like 20-something points, but
Yeah, I know, but still, that's a race
It was
worth
a
of
gap.
points. You can
Yeah.
get that in a race. You can get that in 2 stages.
I mean, yeah. But Larson, all he needed to do was get stage points and finish at Daytona, which he did.
Yeah, and he did that just fine.
And he got the regular season championship, which was cool because
Mhm.
no one saw Hamlin getting out of the lead for a while. I don't think.
I think going into this year, we all expected Larson to do really well, but no, I don't think. I mean,
as well.
I could see a few people that expected him to do like be
Uh-huh.
up there, but I don't
Like-
know many people that expected him to win the regular season.
I think like a win or two.
Yeah.
I didn't expect them to get 6 wins. Basically,
But it
2
totally makes
crown
sense
jewels
that
at
he did.
600 in the Bristol night race.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like, if you asked in the beginning of the year, it's like Kyle Larson's going to win like 7 races, and he's going to be a title contender, if not the title contender, because he's driving
Mhm.
next year. I would probably be like, that's fair.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not unsurprising, but it's not surprising at the same time.
Yeah.
He's Kyle Larson. Everyone knew he had a lot of talent.
hmm
Just he's with Ganassi for a while, and that wasn't the best car. So now now he has the best car.
Yeah. So what do we have for the playoffs going into the next 2 races? Who do you think? What do you think we're looking with here?
I think Bowman's done.
You think anybody's safe? Who do you think's going out? I think Bell's going out this round.
I think
I think
Bell.
And that's not just
Bell's-
based off
Most are done.
tonight's struggles. I think he just wasn't gonna be. I mean, he's been good this year, but I don't think he's top 8.
Nah.
think
I
The
think
only
Bell's
si-
only shot is to win the Roval. I mean, he already got the Daytona Roval.
Yeah, and
See, right?
he's run good on the road courses this year, so
They're very
he
good, but
won
just
a road course race this year.
I don't know, I wouldn't
Genuinely
count
think
on
the only
winning.
people-
quote unquote, but
The only people I think we could genuinely call safe are the top 4 drivers right now: Truex, Busch, Larson, and Hamlin. Obviously,
Probably.
I have no idea.
I mean, Hamlin definitely safe. He won the race. He's
Hamlin's safe. Larson, Busch, and Truex I think are the only ones I could call safe, like with confidence.
Larson just needs to finish Talladega, and I think he just locks himself a spot on the points.
I think
Larson
Larson
needs to finish.
I'm honestly considering just going with Larson on the sole fact of, I last few weeks, but or on some of these races, not like immediately the last few weeks, but the Indy Roval, I picked Chase Elliott because it was the easy choice. This week I picked Kyle Larson because it was the easy choice. I don't know if I want to go with maybe the easiest choice like I've been going with, so I think Kyle Larson's gonna get the Roval and just, move on to the round of 8.
It's been a dominant season. For,
Yeah.
Larson this year, like
Uh.
it's the only way to put it. It's dominant.
And that's
is a
resulted in a lot of
dominant driver.
second-place finishes for Chase Elliott.
Yes.
Yeah, so it's almost
Lot
a
of second
story
place.
of not even just this season, but his career in general. You know, he's
Yeah, I mean, like, what? He had, like, 8 second-place finishes before he won his first race. It's insane.
But he got that championship, so now none of it matters.
Yeah, he did. And it was, like 12, 13 wins now? He's good.
I think it's
He's in a good
13,
spot.
yeah.
But Talladega, that's going to be a fun one.
Talladega's is going to be a mess.
Talladega's gonna be fun.
But I am
That's
here
all
for
I
it,
can
and it's
think.
going to be exciting. Because who doesn't like good Talladega?
There's one thing I want to mention. After today, Denny Hamlin in the playoffs so far has finished outside of the top 2 once.
And where did he finish in that race?
9th at Bristol, which he was up front at Bristol. He lost that
Telling you,
because he
man,
went into the wall.
silent freaking killer. That's the 11 car this year.
Yeah, Denny Hamlin.
Just
He was
riding
silent during most of
around,
the season.
racking up points, racking up finishes, never winning.
Now he's got wins.
Now he's got 2 of them, but they only get in when it matters. I'm telling you, he's just
Mhm.
taking a back seat to this and is just letting it go. And I feel
Yep.
like that's giving him his best shot yet. Like we looked at Hamlin last year, he had like 9 wins, and it was like, man, this guy could win it. You know, him or Harvick, and that didn't happen.
That didn't happen.
You
It was
know,
Chase
he's
Elliott,
just riding around.
who did the same thing.
Don't-
Yeah,
do
Hamlin's doing it now.
Do not look, you know, like I don't think anybody is, but it's like do not like write off the 11 car because you're like too busy looking at the flamboyance of the 5 or the 9. Because it's just
Yeah,
like
exactly.
he's right there, and when all it takes is it literally is one race at the end of the year. If he's there, and you know it's, you know what I mean?
I think if he gets there, he's got the biggest shot at winning it.
He's
Because
just
those
too
Gibbs cars,
consistent, and they're so good at Phoenix.
yeah, they're amazing over there. The Gibbs cars at the flatter tracks, fantastic.
Yeah, the 750 stuff has been great for them, but it's also been greght for Hendrick. Hendrick's been killing it this year.
Yeah, I mean they did great at Dover.
Oh shit!
Obviously, that was their best
What up,
750
Vito?
track.
Got update from Bob Pockris.
Oh,
Live
Harvick
update?
had
Is this
2
a big
that's
deal?
not safe. Unraced suspension to Childer for Talladega. Harvick suspended for Talladega.
oh boy, why's
What?
that?
What?
2 lug nuts not safe secure.
Oh wait, Rodney Childers?
Oh,
suspended?
Rodney Childers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah,
Oh
Rodney
shit!
Childers
I thought
suspended
you.
for. I
If
thought
we
you meant
missed
Kevin
that part,
Harvick. I was
I
like,
thought you
oh
said
god.
Kevin Harvick got a 1-race suspension for Talladega.
Man.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, whoa.
I was like, what?
yeah,
Yeah,
Rodney
that
Childers
would've been-
suspended. I don't know. That might hurt him. It's
No,
Dega. You don't know.
Talladega.
Yeah, if this was at like Texas, that'd be a huge problem.
Yeah.
But it's Dega. I think he'll be
It's
fine.
okay. Just fucking stay in the pack. Don't crash. That's your
Yeah,
strategy,
exactly.
Paul.
I mean, hey, that's been his motto this year, and I'm pretty sure he top 5'd every Super Speedway race except for Night Daytona, which he was about to.
He went from about to top 5 to almost blowing over.
Yeah.
Yes.
In the nature of
It's just the way
Daytona.
she-
And he had the
Talladega.
push. He had a shot at win that race.
Yeah. Yeah.
Harvick is going to be he's the toss-up for this round, I think.
I think Harvick has the best shot at being a guy as the underdog who upsets like his way through, which doesn't seem very Harvick-like, but
Yeah, considering
in
last
recent
year,
memory. But it's just how it goes sometimes.
the last time he called Harvick like the underdog who's coming in to fight his way for was like Jimmy Johnson's dominant era,
Yeah, like 2013.
Yeah, exactly.
The dying days of the 29 car. Yeah.
That entire stretch after he won the 500, he went winless for 2 years.
Yeah. But hey, Rodney's out for 1 race.
Yeah, 1 race suspension.
Okay, that's
Okay.
That's all right. They can
That'll be
live with
fine.
That's no problem.
If he was out for 2, that would be an issue because
Yeah, you're gonna want to.
Harvick's not the best road racer. He needs all the help he can get there.
For the Roval. Yeah, he's good.
Mhm.
Harvick's gonna need the thing with Harvick. I think if Harvick's gonna stand any chance of getting into the round of 8, he's gonna have to race for stage points at Dega.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? Like race for stage wins.
Because
And I
he
think,
cannot count on the road.
Like Bell, like they have to go for broke at Talladega here. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
Bell at
'Cause you
least
can't just point your
has
way
the
through
confidence
because
on road
everybody
courses.
that's also going to do the same is 20 points ahead of you already.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So you're not going to gain anything on him. You're going to have to gain points, and you're going to have to do it when the cars are like when you have the most equal shot possible. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. And
I
that's
don't see
Dega.
Kevin Harvick beating Kyle Larson, Chase Elliott, Martin Truex on the Roval. Okay? I think
No,
he runs
he won't.
okay. I don't think he runs ahead of them. I don't, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't think he gets
I
ahead
think
of
he
them in
runs
any
about
way.
8th or ninth, which is where he's been running all year. So, when you
Yep.
got the biggest chance at it, go get stage points because even if you crash out on the last lap, if you can get like 18 points a stage like worth of stage points somehow, like that would be huge come
Mm-hmm. It's
Roval
gonna be a
time
huge help
when
for the
it's
Roval.
the cutoff because you know what I mean too. Like in Harvick's place, if he scores stage points here and then either finishes in one piece or not, he can go to the Roval. Who's gonna pit? It's a road course race, right? You want to pit? You want to
Right.
pit before the stage ends, track position, or you want to stay up for stage points? If I'm
I mean,
sitting, 6 points out,
I'm in
I'm
Harvick's
taking the
spot.
stage points, and we're gonna fight. We're gonna fight for, we're
Yeah,
gonna fight for it in the end, and just try to make up as many points as we can,
Harvick's
because we're not gonna win. We are not gonna win.
no.
So we're gonna
Harvick's not
score
winning that
20
race.
points worth of stage points, and then try to finish like 12th.
Take the
Yeah, that's
Just
Larson
definitely his best shot
approach
at
and
it.
just
do
do
all you can.
both.
That would be the way I see it playing out. So, you know. Who
Yeah,
knows if that'll
I
happen? You
think he's
could
just
go to
gonna go for
Talladega
stage
and get
points.
dumped on lap 20, and that's your day. Who knows?
Mm-hmm. Who knows exactly? But they both need good days at Dega. That's hard to do. It's really hard to do.
Yeah.
A
Like, cause
good
you
day
having
at
a good
Dega
day
versus
at
a
Dega
lucky day at Dega.
and Daytona, you having a good day at those two racetracks just depends on the guy next to you, the guy behind you, and the guy in front of you. It's not always up to you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, look
It's
at Harvick
wild.
this year. He was just cruising at the night Daytona race. He's just like, got a good run. Oh, now you're spinning in
Yeah,
front of the pack.
exactly.
There, watch the points just subtract themselves as you spin in circles at 190. There goes your playoffs. Remember when this used to be an elimination race?
Oh God, yeah.
This used to be the round of 12 elimination race. That was a
Mm-hmm.
fun time. I'm kind of
The
glad
race
they
that took
changed
Dale
that
Jr. at the playoffs
by like
in
2
15.
inches.
Mm-hmm.
Bloomberg.
And Kevin
Also,
Harvick
that
broke the
involved
rule
Harvick.
twice.
It all comes full circle.
It all comes around. Okay,
But,
well, yep. Rodney Childers got suspended, so Kevin Harvick's out of a
mm-hmm.
crew chief next weekend.
I've been keeping track of the average finishes between all the playoff drivers in the playoff races.
Yeah.
So far, there are 4 drivers that have top 10 every playoff race, and that is Denny Hamlin, Martin Truex, Kyle Larson, and Kevin Harvick.
See, Kevin Harvick needs to score more
They've been
stage
very quiet.
because he's got the finishes to top 10. He just,
Mm-hmm.
I don't
Because he
think
didn't get
scored
much stage
today.
points today.
And if he did, he only got a couple.
Yeah, he's gonna need him. He's gonna need him in Dega, and he's definitely capable of getting him at the Roval. Just because all the guys are going to pit early, so he can try to win the race.
Yeah.
If he plays it safe there and just goes for the stage points, he'll be fine.
He
But
made the race
Chase
fun,
Elliott with an average finish of 15.5, really not good for the 9 car, but
They've been
he's
hit or miss.
he's been very up and down in the playoffs. Also,
Yeah.
here's a surprising one. The 5th best average finish in the playoffs, Brad Keselowski, 8.25 average
Like
finish.
one of, if not the most quiet person in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Brad Keselowski's very quiet this year.
I literally think Brad Keselowski's been the most. I would say easily him, and like Logano too. It's like he's in it,
Logano
and
hasn't
he's
trust
doing
him.
well, but it's kind of just like expected. So it's like nobody even really bats an eye.
I think
But
they're
we've-
plotting something.
But we've seen this out of Logano before, and the last time we did, he ended up winning the championship, so
He won the damn war.
he did win the
Hey
damn
man,
war.
Keselowski win Dega right off into the sunset with the 2-car, win the title somehow. Who knows, man?
Yeah,
You never know. He made the Final
Who
Four last
knows?
year.
Mm-hmm. He did.
And he could have. He
That is-
literally was the he was the only he was the threat to Chase Elliott if I remember correctly.
He was
He was
the
the
guy
threat
that
on
Chase had to
speed,
beat.
but on the last pit stops, the car got it fell off the jack or something. Remember?
Yeah, I
They
think
had
so.
a
I
problem
think
on
that's what
pit
happened.
road in the last green flag stop that took them out of contention.
Yeah, and then they had that race-winning pass where Chase Elliott knocked Logano out of the way, which is uncharacteristic. You don't see that.
Well,
You see the opposite of that very often.
Yeah.
When Logano knocking somebody
Like
else
when
out of the way.
Logano
But
won the damn war, he moved Truex.
well, that was when he won the battle. Then
Yeah,
he just passed him at Homestead.
it's what let him win the damn war, though.
Well, that's the playoffs, though.
It's how it goes on the playoffs. It's a wild
It
system.
goes. What else is there going on? How about the not playoffs? If any of you,
They're
which
not
I
Oh, yeah.
playoffs.
I don't even think anybody watches this, but if there is somebody out there listening, we introduced that just and so miraculously happened to catch the first ever episode of this like 2 weeks ago. We introduced the not playoffs, and so for a quick little synopsis for any of those who are maybe out there in some distant land listening to this, we took everybody that didn't make the playoffs and put them in their own playoff bracket and put the same points and everything, and we apply them. And our good old spreadsheet guru Chris here went through it and puts it together every week. So how are our not playoffs looking? Well, I know we eliminated who was it? Balicki,
The round of
House.
16, we eliminated LaJoy, Alfredo, Balicki, and Quinn Houff.
Okay. So who's left now?
And
And did you do the points?
I did do the
All right.
points.
Let's look at the rundown. Who's sitting in and who's sitting out?
Right now, sitting in by 1 point, very surprisingly, because he was the top of the list last week, was Ross Chastain. Sitting above by 1 point over Ryan Newman. So the other three guys sitting outside with Newman are Eric Jones, Ryan Preece, and Cole Custer.
Man, Eric Jones was having a good day today in the beginning of the race. I guess they just fell off.
He was.
over
He just
time.
fell off pretty hard. I guess he just didn't have the car when
Yeah.
it switched over.
When the sun went down, the 43 car went from running about like 11th to running like not 11th.
Yeah, he finished like 25th, something like that. It was a bad finish for Eric Jones today.
It was a decent day for Bubba.
Yeah, Bubba had a solid win.
He was
I'm
up
pretty
there.
sure he got stage
stage
points today.
Yeah, he got
stage
stage
points
points.
tonight too. He did, which is big,
That's
in the
good
not
to see.
playoff land. Yeah, it's like Chastain, who was looked like the king of not playoff action in the last round. He had an off day today. He had a bad day today for his standards of the last couple months. But I think it'll come around.
It could, yeah.
I think once we get to the round of 8, the not playoffs will get exciting because we'll have it's Dillon, DiBenedetto, Wallace, Stenhouse, Briscoe, Suarez, Busher. Every guy that was there.
Yeah, that's gonna be a fun
That's that
set.
hit or miss group that sometimes they run like 10th and sometimes they run like 26, and you never know which one you're gonna get because there is no trend there. It's like you could be any racetrack, any racing schedule. It's like Martinsville, they ran 8th. Then we went to Charlotte and they ran 29th. Like nothing changed. That's just what happens. So
One knows. It's a wild ride.
yeah, I think that's when it'll get exciting after this round. So it's gonna be a.
This is way more fun than the actual playoffs. Fuck the actual playoffs.
Yeah, I know. Who cares about the actual champion at this point? This is the fun part. This is what really matters.
Hell yeah.
Not
Love the
playoffs
not
is
playoffs.
the real competition.
People's champion.
That's where the real racers are. Yeah, the real people's champion.
Yeah. The class of the field remains Austin Dillon. He's still at the top. The not playoff field. Followed by Matt DiBenedetto and Bubba Wallace.
He had a strong run today, if I recall. Pretty good.
Yeah, Dillon finished, I think, 13th today, which is pretty solid.
Mm-hmm. I saw DiBenedetto.
RCR in general was great. Tyler Reddick lit it up today. He had an awesome.
Yeah, great race for Reddick.
He was running second. I'm not sure where exactly he finished, but I know he was running second for a good
chunk. He finished
chunk.
sixth, I'm pretty sure.
5. I don't know if he finished in the top 5, but he finished somewhere.
He got passed by Blaney on the last lap. He finished 6th.
Hey, good day, though. Good day for the 8 car.
Yeah, great day. I mean, he was running down Elliott for the lead at one point.
Yeah, I remember he almost took the lead at one point, not too far from the end of the race. Somewhere before the last cycle of stops, I'm pretty sure.
He just missed it on the last cycle because I think he tried the chance of caution and stayed out too long on older tires.
Yeah, lost too much time, couldn't make it back up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, not.
But yeah, great day.
What else is there? Kind of.
You can talk about Trucks Xfinity.
Kind of hit everything.
Those are fun.
Oh man.
Oh, it was truck race this week. That was a
Speedway had
doozy.
its fair share of
It's a
chaos as well
doozy.
with that big one on like lap 30, I think. Lap
Yeah,
30,
but
Yeah,
I don't think
Xfinity, they ran like, what, 30 laps, if even, and then they wrecked like 14 cars in turn one. But hey, man, mad props to Josh Berry. Like, that was cool.
Yeah, that's
It's good to
awesome.
see.
Great for him.
Good to see for him. And
2
just for
wins before your
racers
rookie
all
season.
around,
That's awesome.
It's a good win for the racers out there. Good to see a good old boy like that go out there and show what you can do, getting it done.
Also, it's a win for Dale Jr. He finished
Went
1, 2, 3
over-
with his cars.
I went over this stat with Chris. Actually, with the leading the last 2 laps of Las Vegas, Josh Berry has now led more Xfinity Series than Michael Annett. Which is just a really interesting stat to me.
Yeah, I think this is a lot about how great Barry is, and hopefully
I
this
think
carries over.
Xfinity was great this year. It's still great, and I think next year we're going to see a lot of the same. Xfinity's killing it. Like the dynamic of the series is with all the drivers has been awesome,
Oh yeah,
and it's super competitive.
And,
I think
year-
next year's going to be awesome. Like seeing
year
Josh
of
Berry run
Arca.
full time next year, it's going to be
yeah.
exciting.
Cindric's going, but we're getting Ty Gibbs, so that's gonna shake it up a bit. Allmendinger's got a new challenger.
yeah, it's cool to see. And yeah, Allmendinger killing it. Hemrick
Yeah,
going to
it looks like that's his home now. Xfinity.
Oh yeah.
He found his spot. He's gonna stay there.
Well, for a minute there, it looked like we didn't really know if we were going to really see him anymore. It kind of went in like, because he started doing TV stuff and
Yeah,
he
it's like Allmendinger starting to fade.
Kind of like, just doing that for when it comes around, and then we didn't really, I didn't think we'd really see him race NASCAR again. And if he did, not full time at any, just
Which he did get a part-time ride with Colleague.
But he got that full time Xfinity. He started running part time in Xfinity, and then it was like,
And he won a race.
hey, let's just do it full time. Let's go for it. I mean, he could win the title this year. So
Yeah, he won the regular championship, and right now he's leading the playoff standings.
absolute amazing finish. That was probably one of the coolest things I've ever seen.
That Bristol finish was awesome.
I mean, yeah, it sucks we couldn't have we weren't able to come on the show and do a little episode for this last week.
Like, wow.
Man, what a weekend of racing. Crazy
Yeah.
racing, competitive racing, crashes, disaster, heartbreak, turmoil, whatever you want to throw in there. A big old
shoving
fight
match.
at the end. Not a brawl, but a good old dispute.
Good old
Never
tussle.
hurt nobody. A little tussle on the pit lane, a little tussle in the pits, a little tussle in the
NASCAR
hollow.
needs riots.
I think of Bristol last weekend. I like to put myself in the shoes of somebody who has never seen a NASCAR race and getting to see all that action ending in a shoving match between Kevin Harvick and Chase Elliott. I'd be hooked if I was, if I had never watched
yeah.
We
sport
saw
before.
helmet
I mean, even
spikes.
if you watch the other 2 races too, trucks got
Yeah.
crazy at, and so did Xfinity. Xfinity had like one of the best finishes I've ever
Xfinity had
seen.
one of the best finishes I've ever seen in my life.
I was
was
losing my
amazing.
mind when I watched that
Because
finish.
he
They had
had
like 4 cars in it in the end there, and they all swapped the lead
You
like
had the
3
title
times in 2
fight.
laps.
on the front row, and you had Justin Allgaier back there trying to spoil the party. Even Riley Herbst.
He had Riley Hurst
You know,
just that's
we
the
make
thing. There was
fun of
like
him all
4
the time.
guys
He was
in
up
there,
there
and
running
like
for
they
the win.
changed the lead like 3 or 4 times in the end. It was crazy.
Aside from obviously yesterday, Riley Herbst has been picking up the pace these last few weeks. Just nothing, but
Thank
then
God.
then he was the cause of the big one in Vegas. So I don't really know what to make of that right
I don't
now.
know. I don't know. I think you can talk a lot of Riley Herbst with last year. The car had 9 wins. Right now it has 9 top 10s.
Yeah. It happens.
So yeah,
I don't know. We'll see where that goes.
but Xfinity's fun, man. It's awesome. I wonder what the sponsorship's going to be for him though, because I think Monster Energy is going to stick with Gibbs next year.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt.
I don't know. It's gonna be.
So I wonder what the whole sponsorship
I think it's
situation is
gonna
going to
be
be over there.
We'll have to. Well, I think we should reevaluate that come winter time
Yeah.
when we really know we've got to get a better idea of what we're looking at and what we're gonna be working with. I mean, we don't even know the
Mhm.
schedule yet. For that.
Yeah, we don't know much about Xfinity silly season really. So
And then trucks are trucks. You never know what you're gonna get with trucks. So.
yeah. All we know for Xfinity is Sheldon Creed is
Well,
getting
no, I
full-time
know
ride
you.
next
There's
year.
one thing you can get. You're gonna get Matt Crafton. That's about.
Yeah, Matt Crafton. That's the only lock
I
for the
can
truck.
confirm
Johnny
Matt
Sauter's
Crafton
even
will
questioned.
probably be driving a bright yellow truck next year with the number 88 on it.
Yeah,
So you gotta
Johnny
realize
Sauter's
next
even in
year's gonna
question
be,
now for trucks.
Oh yeah, speaking
a
of
real
trucks though, we're
important
gonna get
year.
a lot with the updated truck bodies. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
It's all
that'll be
next
fun.
year.
Obviously
It's a
the-
big year next year.
The Toyota, the Ford being revealed. Still waiting on the
Still waiting
Chevy, I
on the Chevy,
believe.
but I mean, the Toyota.
Yeah, so we on Silverado.
Toyota looks the Toyota. I don't know about y'all. I don't like. I think the Toyota's ugly, but it looks like the
It's
new
fine.
Toyota, which I also think is
Yeah.
ugly. But
I think it looks fine.
they did match it. They
It
matched it. Looks
fits the
good.
look.
You know, they're equally as ugly as
Yeah.
each other. But
Looks
that's
like
just
a
my
Toyota
opinion.
Tacoma.
It looks like it looks like a Toyota. So you know,
I
can't
thought
blame them
Tundra.
for that.
They're running.
The Ford looks
They're
good.
running Tundra. Yeah.
They're in the Tundra. They aren't in the Tacoma.
Yeah.
Don't care about trucks. Lol.
What you mean? It's almost, dude, Vito, you gotta care about trucks. We're like 4 days away from Trucktober.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. It is
Greatest month
truck
of the
month.
year, baby.
That's right. It's truck
Woo!
month, baby.
Truck
Hell
month.
yeah.
Give it up for
Truck
truck
month.
month.
But
Next month, we're only
here's something I
covering the
didn't
truck races.
think.
That's
I didn't
a
see
lot.
this coming with the truck. Thor Sport finished 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, first time that's happened in
Nick
trucks.
is winning.
Yeah. That was, yeah, I didn't even realize that. That's pretty
Like,
cool.
wow,
Hey,
okay.
Good for them. Good for them.
Yeah,
So
great
they go
for
1,
him.
2, 3, 4, and then the very next night, Junior Motorsports goes 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
But not today.
And, you know, Cup has their average races spoiling the party.
Yeah,
But,
Cup has their. It's a Cup Series race. Good old 400
Yeah.
miler.
and they even had a playoff
no.
driver win. Like, man, you couldn't be like the Xfinity your trucks where they had non-playoff guys win.
Yeah, some random.
They both had part-timers win on top of that.
Yeah. Is there even a
Best
part-timer
thing
in the
Junior
field tonight?
Motorsports
I
goes
can't
to
even
Cup
think of
anytime soon.
I mean, we had a part-timer win a racing cup this year with Allmendinger.
one. Yeah.
No, I don't think so, Vito.
What'd you say, Vito? Oh, sorry, I wasn't paying attention.
I think Junior Motorsports goes to Cup anytime soon.
I don't know.
I doubt it.
No, I doubt
Not
it.
yet.
I would love to see it.
I think it.
but I
think,
doubt it.
I think it. I honestly think it will happen at some point or another, but I don't think it'll happen now.
Not now.
Yeah, I would love for it to happen, but I don't think it'll happen.
Maybe
Yeah.
when the Wicked Witch croaks, but
Demonetized?
right now probably not.
She's gonna.
Yeah,
sue
probably
Vito.
not.
We're gonna get sued.
You can't say that,
You
man.
can't say that.
I'm not
Call her
talking. I'm
Little
talking
Wing
about the
Wing
Wicked
Wing
Witch. I'm not talking
Intimidators.
about anyone in particular.
Okay. If anyone wants to take that any way, they will. That's fine.
Make of it what you please.
Wicked Witch of north of Charlotte, Carolina.
Specifically in the area Annapolis.
Slightly north.
Well,
Man, trucks are getting fun
Ridiculous.
now.
yeah, we're
'Cause-
coming down to the nitty gritty on the truck.
They're
series
getting to the
side.
end, and they had 5 playoff guys.
We still
wrecked
get
in
we
that
get
Vegas
trucks
race.
at Talladega next week. Yeah.
Yes,
Woo!
we do. That's
Trucks
gonna be
at Dega,
wild.
man. What a
Because
novelty.
trucks are
That's
already
the race
crazy
to watch.
as they are.
That's the real race to watch.
Yeah. I mean, if
Maybe
you want to
Parker
watch this
Kligerman
guy's
will win
wreck,
in his little plane.
go watch the
plane
truck
truck.
race at Dega.
I don't know.
I mean,
the
they
fall
wrecked the
cup
hell out
race
of
at
each other
Dega's
in
been
Vegas
crazy
already.
The last couple of years, like remember, like last year we had all the line controversy, and then Kurt Busch is flying through the air doing a flat spin.
Yeah.
Remember the finish? Denny Hamlin passed like whoever the hell like on the damn apron off 4.
Yeah,
Yeah, and there's
that
a
was
whole
very
yell about-
controversial.
That was big
About that.
controversy. All the line.
Who was it they
penalties and
passed
everything.
for it, though?
It was like William Byron and Matt DiBenedetto
I know the Benedetto was
simultaneously.
up there, and they penalized the Benedetto for like forcing somebody below the line or something. Or so I don't remember. They penalized him like after the race, but it didn't even matter. I don't know.
It was a great finish,
Yeah.
though.
Exciting race.
Yeah.
The
It's
year
Talladega,
before that
Tennessee.
was the year before that was the year we had Brendan Gaughan
Brendan
do a barrel
Gaughan.
roll, and Ryan Newman and Ryan Blaney come to the line.
I believe that
separated by, like,
spring-
half a foot or some shit.
And that spring, we saw Kyle Larson, do his thing.
Shit, and
But-
in the spring this year, we saw Joey Logano take a tumble.
Yeah, blowing
that was
He had
bad.
a
over.
blowover. So, yeah, you never know what you're going to get at Talladega. I'm excited to see what happens, though, and I'm excited to come back here in a week's time and
Talk
talk
about
the
it.
travesty.
Figure it out and be like, what
Figure
the
out what
fuck
the
is
hell
Martin
we just
Truex doing below the
witnessed,
cut
you know
line
what
or
I mean?
something like that?
Why did I don't know. Why did Cora
Memoriam
Joy
for
win?
Cole Custer.
Man, you're really high on Cole Custer.
Memoriam.
I'm high on Cole Custer. I think Cole Custer's going to have a great year, but that's neither here nor there.
Well,
I think Briscoe will do better.
It would be cool to see.
I just think
Stewart
Briscoe's
Haas
better
bounce
than
back
Custer.
there and have a good year next year. They struggled this year.
They
But who knows
struggled
what we're
hard.
going to see next year? With the next gen, we could see teams with it's supposed to even the playing field. I mean, we could see teams like Roush come back and be like kind of like a contender every week.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
Brad's going to have a great year
23XI will
next
do
year.
good next year.
I doubt it,
But,
but you could
that's
see it happen.
That's tough. A good year for Roush, a good year for Keselowski. Those are two very different things. Because a good year for Keselowski is like 3 wins and like a round of 8 playoff run. A good year for Roush is making the playoffs.
The Keselowski of old with this Roush move. Maybe we'll see.
If we see the Keselowski of old, that'd be fun.
20, early 2010s, 2012, 2014, kind of Brad Keselowski.
Like champion Keselowski.
Yeah, like hungry Brad Keselowski come back.
That'd be fun.
Piss off the world, Brad Keselowski come back. That would be a sight to see.
Chris Buescher was
everyone
versus beautiful.
Brad Keselowski.
Chris Buescher, I think. What's the sponsor called?
The purple one.
The purple one, yeah, that
really
one.
Cool.
That car,
but I saw
those
purple
cars are
17,
gorgeous.
and I was like, "Hey, it's Matt Kenseth."
Yeah, Violet Defense. That's what they are.
17.
It's the Crown Royal car.
Yeah, it's the Crown Royal car.
Violet Defense. Those cars look gorgeous. We saw a taste today.
Yeah, who knows? I'd like to see Roush come back and be a contender again. And as the whole what if, but like what's going to happen with Kurt Busch, 2311 now? Like, how is he going to do with them?
I think he'll do really good.
I think it'll be a good year for 2311. It might be a good year for Haas.
Stewart Haas, I'd like to see come back because they definitely have the driver talent. Chase Briscoe's a great driver. Kevin Harvick is one of the all-time best. Eric Almirola's been stepping it up ever since he's been with them, so I'd like to see them have another good year.
They got a chance at it. Who knows with next year? With next gen coming,
it's going to be an interesting year.
Yeah.
I mean, someone figured out how fast they were running at that Daytona tire test. With like 8 cars in the pack, they were like 192.
Yeah.
So these are going to be some fun cars. Is that it? Did we talk everything we need to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, I think
that's everything.
We've hit everything and then some.
Next week, that's going to be a real treat.
Next week we'll have more to talk.
Next week's going to be a long one, probably.
It's going to be
week, 5 hours.
We drug out this one longer than it needed to, but that's okay. We ain't got nothing to do.
We just started going off on tangents. I had a really good time.
Yeah, it was a good show here. I hope. With that being said, anybody got anything they want to add before we sign off?
Next week, more Spin Tunnel. We might have some other projects done. Who knows?
All right.
That's it.
Dope.
That's everything.
All right, cool, man. So that was the Las Vegas post race show. I'm glad if anybody out there listened to this, we appreciate it. And
go and check, and we have like 2,000 viewers.
No, divide that by
there's some
1,000.
dude in chat. I don't know who it is, but there's some dude in chat.
Hey, one guy in chat.
One guy in chat.
His name.
Formula 24.
Oh.
Wonder who that guy is.
Well, I got a bet on who it is.
I think it's some guy who really does not like the racetrack circuit of the Americas.
Probably. I think he likes that track.
All right. Well, hey, thanks for tuning in. If you did, we appreciate it. This has been Spin Tunnel. And we'll see y'all back here after the Talladega Travesty next week for another episode.
Fuck you.